Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy and Burk talking about movies and trailers and songs and song trailers and trailer songs,
Lyricals, songs,
lyrical songs,
music.
yeah,
And not
promotional
only is it
music
that
videos, yeah,
exactly, promotional as we know, we love this promotional machine that India cranks out so much good content from their movies.
yeah,
And on top of that, it's AR Rahman, who does some of the best music in movies,
yeah.
period. So this is the second song we have done from Ponninyen Selvin 2. It's another AR Rahman song. This one uses apparently instruments, the tabla and the veena.
Ah, traditional instruments.
Yeah. I love that too, that he's bringing that into it because it's kind of a historical, era film, and they're bringing in these ancient instruments. So I love that.
Yeah.
So we did Aganaga, and now we're doing this one, which is Veera Raja Veera. So we're going to take a look at this song and see how it is.
Cool. Are we ready?
We're ready.
I'm going to mark it.
கடலுக்கு அன்னமாகும் புலிமகன் வீரம் கண்டு நல்லோர் தேசம் வாழ்க வெண்தமிழ் வாழ்க வாழ்க வீர சோழம் வாழ்க நற்றமிழ் வாழ்க வாழ்க நல்லோர் தேசம் வாழ்க வெண்தமிழ் வாழ்க வாழ்க வீர சோழம் வாழ்க நற்றமிழ் வாழ்க வாழ்க நல்லோர் தேசம் வாழ்க வீரா.
All right, so it's interesting how many styles of animation,
Yeah.
motion, illustration, photography, footage, like every conceivable asset they could think of is in this movie.
Yeah, it's very magical. You know, it's I wonder if the movie is like that. I guess that we're looking at shots from the
Yeah.
film, or do you think these were all created for this music
It looks
promotion
like
thing?
they took shots and then enhanced them, like motion. You do motion, so you understand a lot of that. Like where they make it almost look 3D. Like they have the shot of her, but
Yeah.
they added some
The
depth, and
arrows
background, and
flying.
yeah, the arrows are flying, and then the little sparkles just to animate.
Yeah.
It's almost like they can just take a little bit and just to give that thing just a little more motion and depth and meaning
Yeah.
in a way.
You can see
But
overlaid particles and light flares and things like that. And
yeah. But the music was really beautiful. I love the really traditional aspect to it, but it seemed like to me, and you're the music expert, it had a little bit of a modern tempo
yeah.
that I really like, a little more driving, a little bit more like oomph than I expected.
Well,
But
interestingly, Indian music, you know, obviously, if you know anything about music, Indian music was very influential in American music in the 60s, because I think of George Harrison and some
yeah,
other
that's true.
people in this little band called the Beatles
Oh yeah, they
that
did
was
go.
popular for a while.
Yeah,
They went into India. I mean,
they did.
you hear a sitar in this,
Yep.
which is you know, he got really into the Indian traditional music. Ravi Shankar, the guy that like a master of the sitar,
Yep.
which is a really sort of difficult. I've tried to play them,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's a strange different type of fretting, you know, that you're doing, and the strings have this resonant kind of buzzing sound
Yeah.
to it where they're hitting against the surface, and it's
Oh
got a
yeah.
really distinct sound. And the tablas are drums that you play with
Mm.
your hands, and depending on where you play on the surface of the drum, there's like you can make it go ding 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 do 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 do, and it has a different tone depending on where you play it. So that's why
Oh,
you hear that kind of ding 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 ding, you know, that
interesting.
sort
Yeah.
of harmonic overtones to the rhythm patterns. And the reason I think the Indian music became so sort of incorporated into pop music around that time was because it had sort of modern rhythms to it. If you
Okay.
listen to Indian traditional music, it's got this really
Yeah.
great beat to it, you know? And the sitar has a kind of a resonance to it that suggests in some ways kind of an electric guitar, or that kind of
Mhm.
like a higher end. It doesn't have that kind of calm sound that a lot of older traditional
Mm.
music from various different countries have.
Mhm.
It has kind of an upbeat, in your face kind of vibe to it. You know, you can't ignore the sound of the tablas. You know, those are like a real classic sound, and they really do kind of make you want to, like, it's sort of a groove, you know.
Yeah. Really,
So
really good.
when people, you know, American people, you know, a lot of American people and British people, Westerner types who are
Yeah.
into pop music, a lot of times they go to other countries and they sort of, you know,
Yeah.
pick little aspects. But George Harrison, full on, you know, I mean, you
Did.
listen to some of the old Beatles albums, he was like
Yeah.
fully going into the Indian music
That's right.
and popularized it here. And you still hear there's certain scales that people learn on guitar. Um, you know, there's the typical do re mi fa sol la ti do
Mhm.
kind of thing that everybody learns, but then there's also different scales and even micro tunings that people can use that are based on Indian
That's
scales and like notes between notes, and there's
yeah.
bands that exploit that in really cool ways. One of my favorite current bands that is called King Gizzard and the Lizard
Yeah.
Wizard,
Yep.
and they use this micro tuning,
That's cool.
different scales, and it sounds weird to your ears, to our Western ears at first, but then you pick up on it and you're like, wow, this has got more notes.
That's amazing.
and and it's based on a lot of Indian scales and other areas around Asia and into other countries like gamelan music. You listen to gamelan music, that's really rhythmic and
Yeah,
really beautiful stuff.
very
So
cool.
much. I could go on and on about music from those areas.
I love
It's so
hearing it.
incredible. It's beautiful. Yeah.
That's why you're the perfect person to do these because I can look at the visuals. That's basically what I can talk about. But then I love the in-depth exploration of like the instruments they were using and the influences. That's great. That's very, very
Yeah, and just the nature of how old, people, modern music pulls from
Mhm.
old music, folk music and the traditional music of different countries, and people use a little bit from here and a little bit from
Yeah.
there, and it's all the same language.
It's
You can
amazing.
listen to a song from a country you don't speak the language, and you get it. You get what you feel it.
Yeah, that
Music
was
is the international language.
it is, and that was gorgeous. I could read along with the lyrics and I could kind of sing
Yeah.
along to them if I want to, but I don't know what they mean, but it looked like a love song from the
But
visuals.
you feel the
Yes.
emotion from it,
Yeah,
even
you
though I
could
don't
tell.
understand the words. I know what that song is
Exactly.
about, I think,
Yeah,
or I
I think
know
so too.
I know what it meant, what it felt like to me. You feel
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
and that's what music is. That's what
Yeah,
why music is sort of a one of
that's
the
right.
only surviving magics that's still in our world.
It almost makes you feel like you can understand the language when you're hearing it with music. Like
Yeah.
you're into it, you can feel it. It's like I'm getting that emotion from that. Just
Plus,
even though they're singing the lyrics. Yeah, it's great.
added in with these beautiful visuals that you got there, and you don't
Exactly.
need to understand every
Nope.
word.
Nope. That was great. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that. That was a great song. I loved hearing about all that. That was amazing. Thank
Yeah.
you. That was great. And next time you'll play the sitar for us. I think that's what you mentioned.
If I had one, I would. I mean,
I
they're
would do
so
it.
huge. They're like these giant instruments. But I could demonstrate
I would
different
love to see it.
different
Go rent one or something. That'd be great.
different scales and things
That's
like
right.
Mixolydian,
Write a song.
Dorian, all these different scales that you can do on your fretboard on a regular old Western style guitar.
I want to have a new Cinemondo theme song using a sitar. That would be really
Okay,
cool. A challenge. You have been challenged. Now you have to do it.
I can fake a sitar.
Oh,
I have a guitar that can actually fake a sitar.
oh, all right. Then let's see what our fans think of that when they hear it. But
My
I would
fans are
love
like,
to hear it. I would love it. They're all like, "Don't do it.
no,
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please, please." Say in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And also in the comments if you want Burke to do a version of our theme song with the sitar or something like a sitar.
No.
See, he's very excited to do it. So be sure and support him in this excitement.
I think I have some tablas around the house here somewhere too.
See? It's about to be done. All right. I'm looking forward to
To
hearing it.
learn how to play them though.
Oh, that's okay. You can learn. I have faith in you. All right. See you guys later.
Bye,
Burke's got to
everybody.
go practice. Okay. Bye.